Hello, good morning. I'm Sean Hoddy. This is another edition of Lockdown Aikido. So we start with a ray and we just exercise. So ich sun shi go rock sit touch sun shi go rock sit touch. Get those hips going. Sun shi go rock sit touch. Sun shi go rock sit touch. Stretch each knee, go through, go back. Go, rock, sit, hutch, knee, sun, shi, go, rock, sit, hutch, rotate, each, knee, sun, shi, go, rock, sit, hutch, knee, sun, shi, go, rock, sit, hutch to the side, each, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, legs to stretch, ich, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, ich, sun, shi, go, rock, sit, hutch, sun, shi, go, rock, sit, hutch. Waists. Ich, sun, shi, rock, sit, hutch. The other way. Knee, sun, shi, go, rock, sit, hutch. Wiggle those fingers. So the object of these little courses or sessions we're doing is just to keep people interested in Aikido and give you something to practice with a little bit of guidance if you need it. We're going to post these sessions twice daily, or rather Saturdays, Tuesdays and Thursdays. We're going to post them in the evening. 7 o'clock on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and on Saturday we just run it live and post sometime later on. So now we just stretch and down and stretch and down and stretch again. So all these are going to go on YouTube as well, so you'll have a reference to practice, because I think it's going to be some time before we all get back in our dojos. So what we're doing here, we are stretching the Achilles tendon and calf muscle. So feet must face forward, heel down, and we just stretch. Now from here we change. So now we just go forward and we stretch. Support the weight with your hands on the front knee. So from here, hamstrings, straight leg, touch the soles of your feet. And then we turn and do the other one. And then from here, above the elbow joint, we just stretch. And then we go down the centre of the back. The same arm down the centre of the back. Just keep those shoulders flexible. The other arm down the centre of the back. And now we stretch this way as well. So from here, nicely balanced. So we look down, ich to the middle, knee, look up, sun, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch, ich, knee, sun, shi, go, rook, sit, hutch. Okay, as per normal, we're going to warm up with our Bokken practice, our Saburi practice. Saburi is cutting, As I've stated in earlier videos, I haven't got the ceiling height to practice with a full-size bokken, and if you haven't, you can use wooden tanto if you've got that, soft tanto, a small stick, whatever, just something to improvise. So I'm using what we use in our club for randori practice, is a soft dough. So, as I pointed out in earlier videos as well, when we hold the sword, end of the handle is just shy of the end of the hand. From here, nice and relaxed. So if we just come forward so you can see that. So nice and relaxed when we hold this. Hold the sword as though you're holding X, so it can be moved around for parrying. Because if we're blocking, we need to use the flat of the blade. So first exercise, I've got to watch my cross I put down today with decorator's tape. So from here, mind your lights, don't break your lights or any family heirlooms. So from here we're going to be cutting ich, ni, san, shi, go, ru, sich, hach, gu, ju, ni, san, shi, go, ru, sich, hach, gu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ru, sich, hach, gu, ju, ni, san, shi, go, ru, sich, hach, gu, ju, ich, ni, san, shi, go, ru, sich, hach, gu, ju, ni, san, shi, go, ru, sich, hach, gu, ju. So, other than just practicing your sword cuts, it's a good way to maintain a little bit of cardiovascular fitness. So practice as many as you can. So you don't have to just practice in this session, you can practice in your garden with a full-size bokken, but make sure you get that heart running. Okay, so we looked at the grip. When we hold a bokken, the point, end of the bokken should be pointing towards Uki's throat level. We don't want it down here, it should be this level here. Gap between the hands, and when we finish the cut, heels slightly up and in your centre line. So I haven't got the room to cut, but if you can imagine I'm doing the cut, and what I do here, I tighten my hands up as though I'm wringing out a towel. And we need to ensure that the hands are in the correct position. So we don't want the hands there. We want this strong position at the end. So we're not cutting with the shoulders. It just drops into place. And whatever cut you're doing, it will be the same. So even if we're doing a cut across the body, it comes from high, it goes across the body, we're still in this grip where the hands are strong. Not rotating there, not swinging it. So from here, strong. We make sure the tip does the work. It's the tip of the sword doing the work. It's not just a cut there, it's the tip. Yeah, so if we look at the bokken, it's sort of this first 6 inches or so that's doing the work. Okay, so another cutting exercise. So this time we are going forward into a men cut, backward into a do cut. So men, head, do, body. So from here, ich, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sich, hutch, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sich, hutch, ich, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sich, hutch, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sich, hutch, ich, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sich, hutch, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sich, hutch, Aigamae. So as you get better at that, pace the speed up a little bit. Okay, so Bokken replicates a katana. When we do our unsuku and tandoku undo, when we're doing our tandoku undo, we replicate tekatana. T, like in karate, hand, yeah, tekatana, hand sword. And if you look, this is the shape we want. Not out straight, not bent here, it's this. Exactly the same sort of shape as a katana. So we're going to start with our suku. So I've got, I haven't become religious, I've got a cross here. We're going to try and move into each corner of the cross as we move, especially with the last one of the unsuku. Now hopefully this stays on the ground and doesn't peel up and trip me over. So if it does, we could have a you've got frame moment. So from here, we're starting, we're going to move forward. Ich, ni, sun, shi, back to neutral, go, rock, sich, hutch. So we're back to neutral, feet shoulder width apart. Then we move to the side, and we move to the side, left first of all. So from here it's ich, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sich, hutch. So my floors move, so slightly broken the cross. So with that one again, we move to the left. Ich, ni, sun, shi, go, look, sich, hutch. Back into neutral. And the next one, the last one, we move into each corners of the cross. So it's ich, ni, sun, shi, out to the corner. Go, rock, sich, hutch. So if we look again, we're moving. Ich, and we're coming back. Ni, then the other side. Sun, shi, back to neutral. Go, rock, sich, hutch. So it's very important that when we practice, that we imagine we've got the cross there. Obviously because I've got laminated floor and it does move slightly when I practice, the cross is splitting. Okay, so tandoku undo. So tandoku undo, as I said, we use tegatana. So tegatana, hand sword. So we need to have this position. So initially exactly the same as when we're using a bokken or a katana. When we cut, it's the weight of the hand coming down. Ich, in posture. Ni, come back. Sun, shi, go, rock, sich, hutch. Now we repeat. Ni, sun, shi, go, rock, sich, hutch. So it's important that we keep our centre line. All Aikido practice is done in our centre. So basically this area here. If you find your arms are wandering off, you're losing your centre, you have to turn your hip centre, make sure you're back in centre. This is where the power's generated, from your hip area, your centre line. So second movement. Again, ich, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sit, hach. So bi, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sit, hach. And very importantly, when we practice these techniques, it's about coordinating the hand and feet together. So as the hands, with these techniques, as the hands move, the feet move. And when the hands finish, the foot movement should finish. Okay, third movement. So you've just seen what we're doing there. So we come forward, ich, come back, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sit, hach, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sit, hach. So once again, as I said, as we move, foot solid, coming back, foot solid, posture. This is the key to all Aikido, all Budo, posture. Next movement is reverse, so from here, ich, toe in, hip turn, ni, san, shi, go, hip turn, rock, sit, hach, ni, san, shi, go, rock, sit, hach. Okay, the last movement is hip turn again, using reverse posture. So it's there and we're pivoting on the front foot, down, and we come through again, up the centre line, down, out to the corner, there, out to the corner, there. So key with this is keeping your centre line. So we're coming up to centre, turning, up to centre, turning, neutral posture. If your feet are all over the place, you can't get into the corners. So this foot steps back and we move. The other foot steps back, hips, and move. And we finish, Tenkatama. Yes, we're not finishing here or here. Nice finishing posture. Very important. So we do that one again. So as we step, I'm toeing in. That makes it easier for me to turn. So from here, this is coming out my centre line, neutral posture, step, neutral posture, out to the corner, out to the corner. Okay, so when we look in, we can actually do some techniques from this cross. So when we're looking at a technique like Shomen, obviously we'll be here, or it could be from an attack, but we'll be on posture. So if we look at this cross, I'm initially moving into this corner of the cross, and I'm pushing down on Uki's right arm because they are replicating exactly the same position as me. So if we do it from, we imagine we're doing it from a standing position here with Uki opposite. So from here this hand raises, I move. So this is pushing onto his forearm. This hand comes into play now. Open the hand, we're not gripping, so we open the hand. Now when you look, my back foot is fairly close to my front foot, and then I'm coming across into this corner of the cross. So from here, I'm moving into the right hand rear corner of the cross, really. But when I'm doing this, I'm fairly close to the centre line, and my back foot must be close to my front foot. And the reason is, if I've got my back foot here, I can't close in for the push. which is the kaki part of the technique, the end, the finishing part of the technique. So from here we're moving, 1, 2, back foot close to the front foot, knees slightly bent, so I can accelerate through for the throw. So if we look at this, so from here, as they're moving in, we're coming through. Feet close. You must get these feet close. It looks a bit ungainly, but without getting those feet close, we can't drive forward. So I'm driving from my rear leg. So feet close, and then it's my rear leg that does the pushing. So block, here, push. And if you look, I'm pushing equally with both hands. So it's very important that we push with both hands. And the reason is, as we push, obviously what's happening, we're here, they're pushing me this way. So as they push, they're pushing this arm and my chin. Now whether my chin right goes in or goes up, it will still get me because there's an equal amount of push that way. And I'm off balance because it's taking me, basically if I had a leg there, I'd be on balance, but it's taking me to where a leg would be if I had a third leg, and it makes me fall because I haven't got a third leg to support my weight. As a species, we've only got 2 legs, as we know, so basically we take our opponent to the area where there's no leg really, and then they're going to fall over. So once again with this, so from here we're moving, 1, 2, push. Now it's a lot easier on a tatami because you've got the spring and the tatami slides. This floor doesn't. So from here once again, up, feet close together, push. Now this time we can do a variation from a Tanto strike. So in Tamiki Aikido, or Shotokan Aikido, we're not, Tanto strike comes from there, from the hip area. You don't want to start showing people what you're doing because this is the competitive Aikido. So if you start showing that the Tanto's coming in, you just want to be nice and relaxed. Again, drive with the back leg as we strike. We'll keep it very simple. We're just going to do a straight strike to there. Make sure you're holding near the end. Don't get into the habit of putting your thumb on top because if that bends, your thumb doesn't. So you can imagine if someone crunches into that thumb, that's going to dislocate. So get into the habit of holding fairly near the end, and the reason is that gives you a little bit more length for your strike. And as you strike, the arm straight, the leg goes with the arm as well, and it comes from the back foot. So you're driving with the back foot. Now obviously in competition you wouldn't hold it out because you're going to get someone just throw you because your arm's there. So you retract. So for now the target area, if we sort of look at the target areas here, you can score there to there all the way around. So if your partner deliberately turns their back, you can score. So from here we move. Yes, so aiming roughly for this area. So from here, as the attack comes in, all I'm going to do now, I'm not going to worry about trying to block. All I'm going to do now is move straight in and throw. So as attack comes in, We're nice and loose because it's a bit of a freestyle situation. So you're not moving around with stiff legs. Nice bit of flexibility in the legs as they're coming in. From here now, all I'm doing, I'm just moving into their attack. Shomenati. Yes, so we're moving into a Shomenati position and then throwing. Now, once you get in as well, because you're not really worried, if you've moved round that arm, you can then take the small of the back. So you're pulling the small of the back in, pulling them towards you, and pushing on the chin to get the throw. So, from here, they're attacking, we're moving into the small of the back, and we throw. So this is why it's important to have these feet, get into the habit of getting these feet close together. So when you do drive in, you're not just running in. When you do drive in, you've got the power of that back leg to drive the technique. So from here, one, drive, and pull this in as well. So exercises you can do to make sure you get your hand in the right position. Because what you see a lot of the time with beginners, they'll do this, someone's head's there, and they lose their centre line, and they miss their head, and then they're trying to push. So little things you can do. You can get a point on a door or a wall where you can focus and drive in from that back foot. So just driving from that back foot. So if I do it this way, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So from here, driving. So nice and relaxed, driving. So back foot. But we want to be finishing powerful. Because as I finish at that point, from here now I'm going to be pushing. So that back foot is pushing. So I'll hit his chin, not with an impact. I'm not smashing their chin. Pushing their chin. My foot now allows me to drive through to make the throw work. And this is an exercise you can do in your dojo. So we're here nice and relaxed. And we're going through for the push. As it touches the chin, then we drive through. So hit, push. So make sure that rear leg comes forward. Hit, push. So from here, hit, push. Not ideal on laminate flooring because I'm sticking a little bit. There, and push. And you can actually practice this. You can have an uki standing there. Then you can do these exercises where you're getting the timing and you hit uki as they're moving their feet outward, not inward, or you're going to get your legs crushed. You can also do this, but for basic practice, just get uki to stand so you can just practice going in. Yeah, so it's very much moving offline, going through. Offline, going through. Okay, second technique of the Atemiwaza section is Aigamae. So again, various different ways of doing this. When I first started, I practiced going overarm. When I started to go to Dr. Leo Loy's club, which was in the late 70s, we done Aigamae, so Aigamae, we'd be pushing, and we'd be pushing on that elbow. Rather than the pull, we're pushing on that point, taking their balance back, then going through. what I've done now, because my juniors were entering competitions, and vast majority of these competitions were BAA competitions, obviously. So I tried to get our techniques very much the same as what the rest of the BAA were doing. So just there, rotation. So if we're on this line, if you look, as I step up, I'm not really moving too far forward. I'm actually coming off line to here, breaking our balance, rotating, and then from here I push and I go slightly to this corner. And this hand blade here is making sure that arm's not doing anything. So I'm sort of getting this action. This is coming across and this is pushing. The other hand's pushing. So it makes this arm come across to break the balance. So from here we're rotating, one, and then we push. So if you look, I'm turning them, turn, and I throw them where a leg should be. So if I'm in this posture, to keep my balance, the leg would be there, going backward, and that's what I'm throwing them into. So if I'm doing the sort of rotating my elbow as we come up, that's going there, and they're throwing me this way, where that third leg would be. So very simply taking me back. So footwork, starting posture, very important. Take a katana, step up with the left foot, rotate, so we're rotating, breaking the balance. Then from there, as they start to recover, because no one wants to be pulled down, so as they start to recover, we use that recovery to throw. So we're twisting them offline. So if we look at the cross, I've gone from here into this corner of the cross, breaking their balance. But as I step forward, I'm going at an angle into this corner of the cross. So from here, as we move, we're moving. Posture. Make sure you're on posture. Then as we come forward, we're driving. Again, rear foot fairly close to the front foot, because I need the extra to drive them, to throw them. So please make sure as you move in, your feet are close, you've got bent knees,